Hello, all you awesome people, and welcome to the Oregon Trail. And this is an educational, and before you turn away from your computer screens in disgust, it was a fun educational game. It was about in the 90s, 80s, and it's a DOS game. And the Internet Archive has started to let you stream it and play it on your browser. And I'm using Firefox at the moment. So let's see if we can learn stuff. Scratch that, we can have fun. So we don't want to whack with number 2 because that's learning and that's evil. So let's see if we can travel the trail. And there we go with number 1. Many kinds of people made the trip to Oregon. You may be a banker, which rhymes with something else. A carpenter, a farmer. So let's go with a carpenter, because that's medium level of difficulty if I remember right. I'm English, not American, so things may be a little bit harder for me because I've never had the experience in my youth of playing this on educational PCs. So there's Lone Wolf, there's Steak, there's Ant, and you can take a team of 5. I'm going to go with Cloud, because he's badass from Final Fantasy, and Yuffie, because he's not as badass, but he was one of my party members as well. Are these names correct? Yes. It is 1848. You jumping off place for Oregon is Independence, Missouri. You must decide which month to leave for Independence. And we'll go for number 3, because that's a random letter number, not letters. I am already escaping the learning theme of this game. So number 3, because that is so a letter and I can understand sentences. Yep, I'm starting to break up. Before leaving Independence, you should buy equipment and supplies. You have $800 in cash, but you don't have to spend it all now. So press space to continue. You can buy whatever you need at Matt's General Store, which is kind of convenient. And every general store is owned by Matt, which is a bit scary. Hello, I'm Matt, who looks like a butcher that smokes. So you're going to Oregon. I can fix you up with what you need. A team of oxen to pull your wagon. Clothing for both summer and winter, which is multifunctional. It's probably a coat with a detachable hood. That was ingenious back in the time. Plenty of food for the trip. See, you're learning already. Ammunition for your rifles. Spare parts for your wagon. And he actually looks like a Ben Critters to me now I think about it. This was back in the 80s when we didn't have stellar graphics. Matt's General Store, Independence, Missouri. So, total bill, £0. It's all for free, but I've not bought anything. Which item would you like to buy? Let's go with food. I think food is important. We don't need oxen. We could probably kill them and eat them afterwards. Which is kind of bad for any vegetarians watching. I'm sorry, vegetarians. Clothing. We can all go around naked. It's a nudist colony. Did you not know? Ammunition to shoot everything in sight. And spare parts. I don't know why I would order spare parts, but I suppose we can always run with freewheel, so let's go with food. I think food is more important. I recommend you take at least £200 of food, which is probably supersize me, which is in America. I would only need 100 because we're British and we don't have supersize people just yet. What's that for fast food restaurants around the corner? It's it's back in time in the 80s, so I can warn my future presidents. £200 of food, so let's go with 200. I'm going to go with his recommendation. Number 1, oxen. Oxen free. And there is 2 oxen in a yoke. I reckon we're learning already. Set it out, that's painful. I recommend at least 3 yoke. I charge £40 a yoke. That's a bloody rip-off, mate, back in them times. No bloody rip-offs. That was like buying a house. You can for that money. So, clothing. You need warm clothing in the mountains. I recommend at least taking 2 sets of clothes per person. Because they want to fasten it up, I suppose. Each set is $10. How many sets of clothes do you want? Okay, I've got to do some maths now. That's 8 in it. I can't remember how many people we've got. I think that's 8. So we'll go with 8. Number 4. We sell ammunition in boxes of 20 bullets. Each box costs $2. Let's go with, let me think, 15 boxes. That sounds alright. Spare parts. Let's go with spare parts. And we'll have a wagon wheel because that is a biscuit. Let's go with 4 wagons. There's 4 wagons on a wagon. So, yep, that made no sense at all. So we'll go with 4. Your wagon may only carry 3 wagon wheels. Well, it's sit by a better wagon. So we'll go with 3 wagon wheels. How many axles? Let's go with 2. I think there's 2 axles in a wagon. How many tongues? I'm not sure the wagon has got a mouth. So let's go with 2. 2 mouths for a freaky wagon. Number 2, let's go with 400 pounds of food. We'll go with more food because everybody loves food. And we better try a bit more fashionable clothes. No, we're not going with 50. That needs the entire wardrobe aboard the wagon. So there we go. Press spacebar to leave the store. And we've done our shopping at the conveniently placed general store. That looks like a vanquillited dummy that's going to kill me. Well then, you're ready to start. Good luck. You have a long and difficult journey ahead of you. So we'll just whack the spacebar because my spacebar is going to fall out eventually. Independence! Yay, we can get rid of all these people. Weather, cool. So it's fashionable, it's rain saves. Health, good. Pace, steady. Rations, filling. So we can do a load of shit. But attempt to trade, talk to people. Let's talk to people because I am so like that. A trader named Jim tells you, better take extra sets of clothing. Yes, I've got a whole fashionable wardrobe. I've got the next model's wardrobe aboard. Trade them to Indians for fresh vegetables, fish, or meat. So, yep, load of nutty Indians for fresh vegetable, fish, or meat. It's well worth hiring an Indian guide at river crossings. Expect to pay them. They're sharp traders, not easily cheated. So, yep, we can't snatch the clothing off their backs after we trade them for food. Attempt to trade. So, nah, I think we've got everything. Let's continue on the trail and see what we get. And we've got the wonderful view. As you can see, it's just a pile of city grass. From Independence, it's 102 miles to the Canvas River crossing. So press space and whack my spacebar off. A fire in your wagon results in a loss of 7. Oh, we've just bought the whole fashionable set of clothing from the whole wardrobe of America's Next Top Model. 142. So basically, I've burnt out everything before I even set off. I can't buy luck. So, yep, we're now on fire, naked. We've got no bullets to defend ourselves. And we've got no food, at least in the edible variety. And we have got a swirly bit of blue. I've got no idea what that is, although it looks like a fashionable hairdo. We've lost the trail. We've lost 2 days. So there we go. We've got 2 last days. And I've got no idea. Oh, that's the Canvas River crossing. Conveniently enough and visible enough in those decades-old graphics. Would you like to look around? So I'm guessing why. Yep, I am a genius. Canvas River crossing, May 9th, 1848. Because that is easy to say. Continue on trail, kept for supplies. Gains the pace. Gains food rations. We need to actually. Attempt to trade and talk to people. There's nobody here in there. Let's see. And Aunt Rebecca Sims tells me it's already anticipated the rise of the Sims games with all their DLC. She's probably going to sell me something like a normal hats, or fashionable hats, or fashionable clothing. With the clouds of people waiting to get on the ferry, we could be stranded here for days. Hope there's enough graze for all those animals. Not many people carry around feed. I'd rather wait low than cross in a rickety old wagon boat. I guess I did an old because this game is old. Let's see. Attempt to trade. I've just found out that I can actually whack this enter button so I can alleviate the actual gaping hole that is my space bar. You met another emigrant who wants 3 wagon tons. You don't have this because they're all burned. Damn it. So let's see. Stop to rest. Are we good? Yeah, we are good. So let's change the pace and go a bit faster. I'm starting to realise that this may be a bad idea. A grueling pace. Let's go with a steady. I think we've not actually gained space at all. You must cross this river in order to continue. The river at this point is currently 624 feet across and 4.3 feet deep in the middle. That is quite precise. I'm learning already, and it's got to sort it out. Sort out the learning bit. You attempt to ford the river. Cork, I've got no idea what that old-fashioned word means, the wagon and float it across. This is meant for school-age children, so I've got no idea what cork is. I am dumber than I don't know how oh this is meant for, but I am dumber than whatever age of kid this is meant for. Take a ferry across. Wait to see if conditions approve. Get more information. Let's get more information from the silly thing. To ford a river means to pull your wagon across a shallow part of the river with the oxen still attached. So, yep, they're pretty much... They could go for floats, them oxen. Yeah, why not that? Let's go with option 6. Float across with the oxen and hope they don't drown. To cork the wagon means to seal it so no water can get in. The wagon can then be floated across like a boat. I'm sure they didn't have soldering irons back in them days. So yep, that is probably a bad idea. To use a ferry means to put your wagon on top of a flat boat. Oh, I know what using a ferry means. I think I know what that means. Let's take a ferry across. It seems like the safest option. It will cost me $5. That's a bloody rip-off, mate. That will you have to wait 2 days. Back in them days, that was like owning a small shed that you can live in. Let's see. Are we willing to do this? Yes, because people lived in sheds back then. And you can see the awesome animation back in them days. And yeah, that was the longest river crossing that has ever been. The ferry got your party and wagon across safely. And we'll continue. From the canvas river crossing, it is 82 miles. There's bloody miles to go to the Blue River crossing. I'm sure I'm not going to make it. Broken Wagonton. Would you like to try and replay it? Yeah, if I only had a Wagonton that didn't burn bloody alive. So let's go with yes. You unable to repair the no broken Wagonton. Bloody no sit. You must replace it with a spare part. If only I had a bloody spare part. Seats. Let's see if we can attempt to trade. You meet another emigrant who wants 150 bullets. Evaded them. That's my whole supply of bullets. Let's see. I've got enough food. No. I don't want to kill myself and no bullets whatsoever. Hunt for food. Right. Enter key to start or stop walking to point the rifle. We've got expert hunters by the number lock keys. And spacebar is fire the rifle. This is amazing. Right, let's see. Call of Duty, eat your heart out. So let's see. And die squirrel. Oh, alright, let's see. I'm supposed to be walking around here. This is absolutely terrible. Right, let's see if we can get the controls. It's been ages since I've done anything like this. As old as this. Oh, come here, dear. Yes, I have flattened the bison that's going to the burger tonight. Alright, let's see. Right. How did it go diagonal? Is that 7? Oh, I found an actual diagonal button. That's the maze balls. Right. From the animals he shot, you got 912 pounds of meat. However, you are only able to carry 100 pounds back to the wagon because we're all weak as shit and we can't carry a bison. So, yep, do they even live, bro? So, let's see. Continue on the trail. We're doing alright. We're warm, we're good, we're steady, and we're filling. So, yep, that is continuable. So, I'm going to leave it off for now. I hope you had an amazing day. This is the Oregon Trail. It is an educational game and you can play it at the Internet Archive. I'll leave a link into the description below. And we're going back in time again, back into 2015. So yep, games to find, account for your future. That was amazingly well linked. So, have a great day.